What's going on, YouTube? What is going on? It's been a little while since I streamed. So today we're going to be doing some arena, we're going to do some guild war. We've been having a lot of good guild battles lately, so ought to be fun. I already did my free summons. Let's do this. Nothing eventful there. Check my shop. Don't need. Tetrasulfate. Oh, that's a tough one. Buy this. I always buy everything here. I think that's it from the shops. I just woke up, so I took a little nap because I made myself a delicious meal for lunch. And turns out I had a lot of salt in it, so yeah, kind of passed out for a little bit. We're gonna do some duels though, because I want to try out some new units today. Let's see what I can play with. Let's see what I can play with in terms of So I think today I'm gonna take. I think I'm gonna try Gafgarion today. Let's see if Gafgarion can pull his weight, because he's always been really good. He's basically UR unit hidden in disguise. I think I have everything I wanted to open up. Deception is, I think, is Maneater. I probably want to get that up to 15 at least, because that's what you want to use. Abyssal Blade is pretty much what you need. Crushing Blow. Ooh, maybe he's not ready for. I don't have enough job points for him. Alright, he's not ready. He needs more job points, so that's not gonna happen. So let's try somebody else. Let's try Ramza. I haven't really used Ramza since I got him to level 99. Shimmering Blade is pretty much all he needs, right? Bazinga Blade. Resist magic, so maybe I can look for some magical units. What do I have him set up as anyways? I think I want to use Taunting Blade because that does a lot of damage. Taunting spell. Let's get this to 19 maybe. I don't think I want to do triple blow. Double break is nice. Deals large damage. So I want him to be using double break. I want him to use double break. I want him to use Shimmering Blade and Taunting Spell. Now, when it comes to magical attack resistance, yes, that's good. I don't need jump. So Agi and luck would be good. And I think I've been using Magic Guard. So that's what I will use. I think I'm going to take him at 4. Shadowrunner. Let's take Ramsey for a spin today. Maybe I can go for all light team. Is Grace ready for showtime? 62 magic, right? Where is my... What is that? What? Be right back, boys and girls. And we're back. All right, so I think I'm gonna level up my Finir, even though I probably should have leveled him up back in the days, but I didn't. Like, I was kind of all over the place when that happened, though. Let's just get this maxed out. And let's start setting up for some arena. I'm in 8,000 range, but it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna go for some kills here. I'm gonna take Orlando out here. I'm gonna put Ramza in there. And I'm gonna take a Rain out. I'm gonna put Homegirl in there. Let's put that. Let's give her magic resist. Let's give her some spirit. So let's see. Ooh. I probably should have. Let's give her this. Let's give her this for now, because I have a +5 coming. So let's give her that. Let's give her this for now, even though I'm still building those. No, actually, no. We need a weapon, don't we? By the way, folks, I'm still in the process of finishing off my +5 weapons, so it's gonna take a little bit. I don't want her to be slow. I want her to be decently fast. I think this is probably the best. Even though that doesn't increase her agility, so that's unfortunate. These are all reasonable setups. So he's gonna be wearing that. He's gonna be getting the sword of some kind. He's gonna probably wear that. Let's wear that. And I want him to be the way. I don't think I have resonance on him. So this, yeah, it's not gonna work on him. But I really want the agility, right? Because it's just such a big difference in agility. But with 0 resonance, I'm pretty much just putting this on him for terms of speed boost, right? The other option is to get this. This also had really nice agility. It's only 1 difference. Now people might say that's crazy talk, but It really isn't. It looks like I haven't been putting up. I think I'm gonna have to use it on her. Even though that's what it is. Let's see what her magic resistance is now. I'm trying to build it so she can be maximum magical resistance. 87%. I know you can get it to 100%. So, which essentially means I have to work on the Fenrir card to get it to. %, right? That's a reduction of 87. So let's say I get hit by a flare for 5,000. 90% I only get hit for 1,000. That's still dangerous considering she only has 1,600 hit points. Because I think I can get that up. I should have built Fenrir back in the days. I wasn't really thinking about really maximizing it at that specific moment in time. But that's okay. Every time they bring in Fenrir back, featured, I can just pick up the 25 shards, right? And I have this going. That will give me magic resistance. And I think I can get more from the coat itself because the coat gives, I think, what, +5, right? So essentially I will have to just work on getting the +5 coat, which I am working on it. As you can see, I'm just need to power all those up. 87% is still pretty solid though. Okay, let's turn off some skills. Let's turn off some skills. Karada. I want that to be on. Raise, I want to be off. Cura, I want to be off. I probably should level up Shell. And that's what we should do, because Shell is good against magic, right? We're gonna go for a complete magic annihilation today. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? Because it's all about learning. I want her to be doing something. And I think in the beginning, she's gonna be doing the agility buff anyways. So I want the first run, I want to test it out. I want to test out to see if she'll be doing Shell or if she'll be doing using the TMR. So that's that. What's going on, folks, tonight? How are you guys doing tonight? I'm just setting up for some arena action here. Let's go back and finish up the skills. Cure, probably want that off, honestly. I want that off. I want that off. Full life, I want that on. Holy, I want that on. So essentially, I'm using her like Ayaka, basically, right? So I think that might work. I have her on Regenerator, Savior Protection, which raises debuff resistance and magic attack resistance. Nullifies Doom. Okay, I definitely don't need that. I guess I don't have another one. That's okay, I mean, that's fine. She's already set up to be the way she is. So I think I'm gonna switch positions though, because let's see who's faster. I think that's the key here, right? Because whoever's faster is gonna be doing the buffs. She's 78 agility. He is 73 agility. So then I want to switch it up. So she's gonna be fast. She's gonna come in between these two and do her regen. I want to make sure her regen is turned on. I turned it off for guild battles. I think I should turn it back on. Judgment Blade, Hollow Blade. I'm gonna turn this on because I'm going up against magic users. Turn that on. So basically she's gonna use her entire arsenal for this fight. In terms of Holy Knight, I believe in you, full break. So basically she's using her full arsenal here. As you can see, I don't really have a lot of damage, right? I mean, Ramza can deal damage. He actually could deal a lot of damage. Taunting spell is pretty much where I want this to be going on here. Banishing Blade off, Bazinga off, or on actually. Resist magic, sure, why not? Bioblade off, okay. So that works. Then now for the basic abilities, triple blow, that needs to be off. Double break, I want this to be on actually. Shout, yes, because that's his TP skill, right? Shimmering Blade, Chant. I have a healer, so I don't need this, so yeah, off. Although Chant is really good though. I mean, Chant is pretty solid. This will work, let's try it. She's gonna go into the middle and buff these two. She's gonna either do her TMR or she's gonna be using Shell. Then of course he's gonna use TMR or he's gonna do his buffs. Ideally, I want him to get the Taunting Blade off. Taunting Blade is an AoE, by the way, so Taunting Blade is AoE, right? So this map, like single target damage is nerfed. So I have this full, okay, yeah. So we're gonna look for some magic defenses. Right now we're in the 8,000 range, so let's look for some magic defense, if that's a thing. Might be hard to find, here's one. The only issue with this is I have to deal with Frederica. But these two are both magical users. So that's a target. So we'll think about that. We'll put that in the mirror there. Well then, this is all magic. So, hey Kenjin, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So we're doing some arena action. Looking for magic team. So this is a magic team. Let's attack that, right? That looks good. Yeah, let's do this. So how do I have it set up? This is my tank. They don't have a tank, so they're all coming after her. Ideally, I want to get a silence off, so I can use her to do the silence, and then use him to do the taunting blade, and boom, kill them all, right? That is the plan. So let's try it. Like, you know, you have to like talk yourself into what you want to do. I gotta stay hydrated, man. I was a little dehydrated this morning. So Kinzin, I think this is the first time you joined my stream. Welcome. There it is. Wait a second. Why do I have this on 1 point? Okay, here we go. Oh, by the way, I've completely transferred my Nashtaters account onto my streaming platform. That's why all the settings hasn't been fixed. And I took a nap, so that was kind of cheating a little bit there. But so let's see how much damage she's gonna do. Oh, that's a good chunk of damage, man. Now that I get the spirit up. Can I kill her? Nope, not enough. So I gotta get a heal in there, right? I gotta get the heal. I don't know if that's gonna come in time though. I might actually lose this fight because they're hitting me really hard. Silence? Okay, never mind. That was a good timing. That was a good timing. Oh, you doing right? Okay, cool. Hope you're. Is it me or does this rate seem a bit harder than before? Is it probably because I don't have the proper units? So far we're doing really good. Like, I wish that was the silence she would have used, because that would have been game over if she was able to silence them. So she's casting Holy. But I have Spirit up. See, there you go. It doesn't do that much damage. Is he gonna cast Fire? Yeah. I have Spirit up on all my team. Look at that. 200 damage. 300 damage. Did y'all see that? 300 damage on my Grace. I kind of wish I had my Fenrir all the way maxed. She's going multiple times. What exactly is going on? Why are they going multiple turns? Just keep doing baby damage to her. Kurata. Boom. Heal back to full. Wait a second. That wasn't heal back to full. Okay, Rain is down. This is quite refreshing to see the fact that I'm taking like no damage in terms of. I think I should go back before the next fight just to see how much resistance I have against magic for my Ramza. Yeah, Grace is stupid good. Like, you can get her to really high slash resistance. Good evening, Koi. How we doing? You can get her to be really high slash resistance, or you can get her to up to, actually I've heard you can get Grace to 100 magic resistance, which would be silly, right? Because that entire team is nullified. That entire team is nullified by her. Like, they can't do anything to her. The thing is, though, they all have AoE damage, so, you know. So your other units have to be sturdy too. Let's take a look at my Ramza resistance. I don't think he's quite up to par in this composition. Yeah, he's only 18. So yeah, he's not gonna be that good. I need to find another Esper that gives me resistance, because he took tons of damage. What is Homegirls? One of my favorite units in the game now. I really love Agria. She's just so good. 28%. Yeah. Like, if I had the Trinity Sisters, like, boom, all three of them, all, like, pretty much all, like, magic resist stuff, that would be ultra annoying to kill. So maybe Ramza wouldn't be the best option for this magic resist team, because he dies pretty easily. Hey, Second, how we doing? Grace has 87 resist, plus 21 spirit. Yeah. Grace wasn't gonna die in that fight at all. I think Grace probably could have soloed that entire team. The only weakness to the Grace is the fact that her agility is so slow, so they'll be taking laps around her, right? Well, here's the thing, Kinzen. It's going to be very hard for everyone to work on units that are not of your quality, simply because, well, most people don't want to spend their rainbows. So, I feel you, right? I feel you. This is why I'm making this shift, because I want to concentrate on Nashtaters to do the grand scheme of gaming in terms of this game. You know, leveling up whatever units I want to level up. And then have the free-to-play account to showcase many of those units that many people want to, but maybe are hesitating. And so I think it's a good idea. By the way, that idea was heavily suggested to me, even though I had that idea in the back of my mind when I first started playing this game. But the guildies, like I went to my guildies on Monday, or no, not on Wednesday, and then we were like brainstorming, and people thought that was a great idea to do, because you know, you want to do a little bit shifting away from the pack, so to speak, for content creating, because everyone pretty much doing the same, right? You got the news, you got the reviews, you got talking about raids, and then you have the certain people who are doing things like upcoming schedule, you know, how to plan for units and things like that, and everyone's doing the same. So Yeah, Agrias is really, really fast. You can get her to be so fast that she's just hopping all over the screen, and she's very hard to take down, right? She has high spirit, and then you can just slap anti-slash resistance on her, and then she would be hard to kill. Also, Grace is 201 wet noodle versus. Yeah, she doesn't do a lot of damage. Like I think in the tower, she was doing like 900 holy damage. It's pretty crappy. Okay, let's go ahead and find one more magic team, and then we can maybe switch it up. And that's, by the way, that's something I really want to do going forward, is try to build more units, and maybe I will do a lot more arenas. I definitely want to do a lot more arenas to showcase different team comps. Because I know that's hard to do for many folks, right? Many folks concentrate on 3 units for arena, and they just concentrate on heavily because they want to just do a few vision cards, work on a few espers, and that's pretty much their entire comp, and they try to climb as high as possible with that comp. But I've always talked about how this game heavily favors players in terms of offense, because you can see exactly what they have going on and then target that. Like that last team, I specifically target them. Now obviously Ramza actually didn't quite fit the bill. I was surprised that, I guess because Ramza is pretty piss poor in terms of resistances. He's actually pretty bad in terms of resistances. So that's something you really want to work on. Kupo. Okay, yeah, that might be tough. This might be a tough. She's very hard to take down. Like, I have all wet noodles. All my guys are wet noodlers. That's good. That's a good way of putting it. Wet noodler. Yes, Gilgamesh is someone that's I feature on my channel as well. I really enjoy his content. And by the way, he's a whale. Just so you know, he spends a lot of money, and he builds pretty much all the URs. He has really good vision cards, equipment, the trifecta, as you will, right? So he wanted to do something different that I think a lot of Japanese players don't do, which is concentrating on non-UR units. So you could say in many ways I'm imitating him, and I'm not going to deny that. But at the same time, when I first started playing the game, when I had my second account at the time, I really wanted to get Ramza and or Orlando on one of the accounts. That's how I started this whole YouTube thing. And then it just so happened that my free-to-play account got Orlando, but I also got Orlando on this main account. And at the time I couldn't actually record my iPhone on the computer, so I just decided to use BlueStacks to record my free-to-play account. Wanted to go in the direction of complete free-to-play coverage, but quickly finding out that not a lot of people enjoy watching free-to-play stuff because it's very hard to do, right? You don't have access to many units, you don't have access to vision cards and things like that, so it was very hard to do. So that's why I decided to incorporate the spenders situation into that. And I wanted to, at that point, maybe roughly a month into the game, I thought to myself, well, why don't I just make one account all like lower rarity units just to see how they are, and then make me decide if I want to build that on my main account. But as it turned out, that's what later on I stumbled upon Gilgamesh, and I was like, wow, this guy's already doing this, and he's doing this from a whaling perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what makes him different than the other Japanese YouTubers. But I don't think Gilgamesh gets enough recognition. Well, first off, he doesn't speak, right? I think that right there, a lot of people don't, I guess, follow him because of that. And then second off, when you don't talk and you're just showing game footage, people just kind of watch it and not really engage themselves into it as well. Even though I think he does get involved in social media. I think he does Twitter where he helps people out. But nevertheless, I think he's a big part of the community. I think he does cover global as well. And I'm not going to lie, I do watch his video in terms of his strategy that he uses to try to beat the challenges and then the harder floors. But then I realized the units he's built, I don't have them either. So it's kind of funny. But, you know, I always emphasize we're a community, right? It's not about It's not about me trying to capitalize on my channel, because how can I capitalize? I don't even make any money off of my channel, which is kind of funny. People come in my channel and start trash talking me, because it's kind of funny that way, because they're acting like I'm making thousands of dollars off of like ideas or something. I mean, it is funny, but if we're part of a community, why are we hating on each other? I certainly am not hating on anybody. So wet ramen, yeah. No, you know what? Wet overcooked ramen. I think one of the worst things you can put in your mouth is overcooked ramen. You have to have like sort of like this al dente type of ramen. Like that's how I enjoy my noodles. Okay, back to the game though. Let's find a team. Let's find a team here. How about no? This won't work. I'm gonna get slaughtered by those guys. I wish there was this refresh button, right? Don't you wish it was refresh button? Hey Andy, how you? Hey farm. Hey Andy, right? Andy, okay. And so the other thing was, for people who've been following me since the beginning of my channel, I really wanted to do the SR review series, which the only reason I stopped it because I couldn't afford them anymore. I couldn't afford to build any more SRs, because that was one thing that people kept telling me to do, is keep reviewing units that no one else is talking about, right? People think about Grace, people think about Murmur, people loved when I did Naya, the SR healer, and people loved it because people realized that's something that they cannot find on other channels. And I think I swayed away from it and started joining the rest of the pack in content creation, doing the exact same thing everyone else is doing. And I kind of hate myself for it. And in many ways, I kind of went back and try to go back on my route. What's Grace's resistance? Sure, I'll show you real quick. As 80, what did we say? 87? I have her at 87 now. It's a long work in progress because my Fenrir, I didn't upgrade that card, unfortunately. I should have picked up 3 copies. So that would have, I think that would have brought it to 90%. And then I can bump it to 93% if I equip the +5 coat, smart coat, which I am finishing off. And yeah, and that's the beauty of this unit. She's so good in terms of resistance. She has an innate 60-something% against magic, so this is why I'm doing this. Unfortunately, these other two they're pretty weak in terms of resistances. But, you know, casting Spirit and then, of course, casting Magic Resist, I think that will put these guys. This is why I was targeting. I'll show you here. So the smart coat, I have enough materials to make a +5. But right now I'm using a +2, so this is why it explains why I'm missing the 3%. So I will be at 90%. But smart coat is the way to go for her. And then weapon, of course, is just the weapon. And then I'm using this for now because my other 2 units are taking over the agility boosts. Because ideally I want her to do something in the first couple of turns. So I figured boosting agility really helps her. And then obviously this would be a decent choice because of the fact that it has 3 agility. And then the Phoebe Trustmaster is really good for her. And of course, I don't have Venera, but Venera will be pretty good for her. Well, technically speaking, not really, because she doesn't need AP, right? Because she has tons of AP. This one, Illusion, I use it on her because I want her to be doing a lot of detrimental effects. Yeah, all 3 the Sisterhood can be really good in tanking. So I can't really find a good magical team. This is not a magical team. I don't know what this is. I guess they're banking on the idea that she's gonna kill everybody. I'm having a very hard time finding a magical team on this second run here. I think I might switch back to my old team and just to like see if I can kill somebody here. Wow, this team is banking on tanking, huh? He's gonna go under a Giver Illusion and bank it on tanking. I can't handle that team. They will destroy my team. And this is where you run into the content creation issues where I can't actually find a team to show off my damage. Should we just attack this team for giggles? Alright, let's just do it. Let me put on my... Wait, do I even have this on? Let me check something real quick. Yeah, I do. I have it on missile resistance. Okay then. Let's do it. Since that's their only real source of damage, and these guys are gonna be casting Spirit and they're pretty much anti-magic, it's gonna be wet noodle on wet noodle action. Alright, this is a whale, I think. Well, maybe not necessarily a whale, but definitely at least it's a spender, right? Well, we're just gonna have to get this tier out of the way because I can't find magical units. If you have low agi, Mont Shield doesn't give much. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It really doesn't. But I just wanted her to stay in the back lines. Because I don't really think I have a better TMR for her, to be honest. Second. Phoebe TMR is really good. It is. It is. What is exactly going on? I need to go back and fix this. By the way, next match, I'm going to get all that settled down. Actually, can I do that from here? Ability effects off. Sorry, I don't want y'all to sit here and watch the ability effects. Alright, here we go. Haste. So they had to set up for haste. There it is, Spirit. That's what I needed. But for some weird reason, Ramza is going forward because he doesn't have a lot of buff. There you go. I want them to attack her. Now look at that. She literally does no damage to her. Because of the fact that, you know. Oh, she's confused too. This ought to be interesting. She's confused. It'll be very ironic if she killed her teammate, but it didn't happen. So as you guys can see now how slow Grace is, right? Well, she's completely out of reses, so... What exactly is Grace doing? Why is she okay, I need to take that off. Why is she casting Protect, by the way? She's just hanging out in the background. Oh, Grace, Grace, Grace. This is the funniest match, because these two are having a dance party back here, and Ramza is going solo on his own, and it's gonna die. Well, the good news is Hollow Bolt is very overpowered in this game, so y'all see that, right? That was a very interesting fight. Could combine that with some vision cards to decrease Grace's CT. What do you mean decrease? Magicide is not the strongest character. Wait, Marguerite is not the strongest character, but she has a nice TMR. Decrease CT. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. I think what it is I need to shut off some of those skills, though. Why was she casting Protect? I don't want her to cast Protect. So I can fix that. Let's fix that. Let's fix that Protect. This needs to be turned off for now. I think I need to turn on Shell. And then I will switch the TMRs. I think I'm going to do that. I am going to switch TMRs. This one gives more spirit, so this is probably going to be the best one for her in terms of... Or I can go the agility route. She doesn't need the accuracy because she's using Holy. So let's try the speed first and see what happens. She will be casting a lot of, what do you call it, barrier for a while. But that was a very odd fight. I mean, if that person had one other attacking unit, I would have been destroyed. This is a very interesting team. Very interesting team. They're really relying on this unit to kill, but he can be ultra annoying against my team. And this guy has a Gilgamesh, level 99. Why aren't you using Gilgamesh instead then? I think they were trying to climb arena, getting the bonuses. We might attack that team, why not, right? Yeah, I think he means, yeah, it's... Oh, I see what you're saying. You're talking about delaying the reduced cast time. I see what you're saying. I wish this wasn't Glaciala. I wish this was someone else. Then we can actually be good against this team. What do you guys think? Do you think I should attack this team or attack the Mont team? I think we should attack this team because they're all magic, right? And by the way, I'm gonna remove Ramza and put the one guy to pretty much slaughter that entire team. There you go. Get him some accuracy. Let's get him some more spirit here. That's good. This is good. So Glaciala is going to be trying to take out my Rain, which is fine because she's probably not going to be able to kill him, right? She's not even equipped. Hi, Kacho. Hey, Tama, how you doing, man? I'm about to do my Guild War, by the way. I'm a little nervous. I'm finally showcasing Guild War on stream, and that's always nervous because the last couple of weeks I've been getting my ass handed to me, as you know. Let's take a look at Rain. So obviously Rain is really good in terms of piercing. No, that's not piercing. This is piercing, right? So 5% against Glaciala is not too shabby. But I'm not really worried about Glaciala, right? So since they have magic users, I'm going to use... do I have let's see. Do I have anti-pierce is what I'm looking for. I need to work on that. The next thing I need to work on is anti-pierce. So I'm gonna start looking through my espers and figure out where my anti-piercing is. And let's see, they don't have any projectiles, so I need magic resistance. But let's just go with Odin, because you can't go wrong, right? Odin, by the way, is pretty much the best esper for, you know, if you think about it. You can slap it on anybody and boost their damage. So Glaciala. If your character already low on agi, put Mont TMR, don't make her any faster. Yeah, it does not. So that's why I removed it. And I need to probably get the Phoebe Trustmaster, because I think that one is really, really good. So let's do Rain. So again, we're going to do the same thing. She's going to come into the middle and do their thing. And then he's going to do his self buff. She's going to cast Barrier for more magic absorbance. No! Wait a second. Oh, wait. She can't equip. She cannot equip Orlando, because that one is pretty good. Okay, we're going to stick with this. Let's attack Glaciala, because that's a pure magical team. They do look like they have pretty good gear, which I didn't actually look at. I really love Rain. I'm really enjoying Rain a lot. Like I love him. He's so good. You know what? You guys should have reminded me to fix this. I didn't fix it again. Alfonso, are you saying I should not have her cast barrier? Because I removed the protect already. Then she will have nothing to do. Maybe that's the idea, right? You want to do nothing. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. Let me turn this off again. I'm really embarrassed right now. Okay, here we go. So Mediana hits like a wet noodle against Rain. Rain literally just kills her. Well, maybe not that time, but it looks like they have really good equipment. See? It's like it barely scratches Rain at all. Since the early white man, she's like Ayaka. Yeah, she's basically my Ayaka, really. Even though I do have Ayaka, and I'm actually working on her. I wanna run Ayaka. Ayaka is so like squishy though. That's one thing about Ayaka. She's ridiculously squishy. You have to admit though, Glaciala looks really well designed. AOJ setup is only Kira and Holy though. Yeah, you could. I was actually told by my guildies to really just kind of go with Holy. But remember, she doesn't hit very hard with Holy. Like she literally does nothing with damage wise. So I think I was really wanting to use her as a tank, but it's not really a good highlight if she's sitting all the way in the back, right? Earlier, the very first match I had, she was taking lots of damage from enemy casters, but she was getting hit for 300. So they would have to hit her like 4 or 5 times, 5-6 times to kill her. But that was the idea. I have her set up for magic resistance, and that was the theme of the night, was magic resistance. I don't think Grace is really like that good in terms of offense. I think for Ayaka though, she is really good for offense. Like, she can do tons of damage with Meteor, she can do tons of damage with Holy. And more or less, she's pretty much a supporting unit in that sense. You know, just cast cures and do lots of offensive spells. Nothing else. And that's how I had her set up, actually, for Guild Wars. On my free-to-play account. Because it made the most sense that way. Okay, let's look for one more and then we'll do my Guild Wars. Okay, I really want to take a shot at, what am I, sorry. That's not a good team, by the way. I really want to take a shot at attacking Keto Faye, because she is like my Achilles heel. She is so strong. Alright. So this is all magic. And he doesn't hit very hard, so that's a consideration right now. Is this all magic? No, they're smart enough to have a projectile unit. So it looks like that Blake might be my target. I think Blake is the only choice, folks. It might be a little rough to get through though because of the Warrior of Light. Since I'm not really packing a lot of damage. And he's a slasher, so yes, Siren does. So in this case, I'm thinking he's gonna be in the front line. So should I be making her slash resistance in this sense? You will do good versus any magic formation. I think the arrowhead formation works for it like that. Leave at 1 buck on Grace so she keeps a safe distance. I don't think I have a good choice here in terms of... In this case, I think Rain won't work. Because Rain is going to get slaughtered by Miranda. Who kills Warrior of Light? This is the one moment I really wish I had a Venera, man. I don't have any defensive ignoring units. Well, I mean, I do. Alright guys, I hate to do this, but for the sake of winning, let's do this. For the sake of winning, we have to do this. Let me double check the speed. 74, 78, and then let's see, they have all casters, so I won YOLO. No man, no YOLO. No YOLO, no YOLO. I'm gonna switch. Should I do samurai? Because I don't have to worry about illusion, right? They're all gonna hit me. So I'm gonna switch it up. In hindsight, I probably could have just done it. I probably could have just done it from that screen. I'm gonna do Sword Saint because I want to silence them. And I have Algrius, so if both do Halibut, it's game over against that team. So make sure I set my battle settings. You guys are supposed to remind me. You guys didn't remind me, by the way. 1.5. I'm still not at Royal Ranking 8. I ought to be ashamed of myself. Alright. Here we go. I think this will work. Because, let's say I get Warrior Blight down. She'd probably try to res her. So that means Miranda will be in the front lines unless she dies, and then she can be in the front. And then I have some magic resistance. I don't need accuracy. I really don't need accuracy, right? But it does have element resist. Maybe I could put this, no. I was thinking, yeah, I could put the Alexandrite ring on her. And then get one of those units that can give me a rod, and then she can have that slot open, right? That's another way to approach her build, because this is a lot of resistance, 5 resistance. So then that will put her at 95%, right? Yeah, wow, okay, yeah. Let's go for it. Let's be prepared for some rezzing action though. But if I have Venera, I think Venera might be, I think that defense is actually set up against Venera. Because Ayaka clearly can holy Venera down. Miranda though doesn't have very high accuracy, so that might be an issue for him. Wait, is it me or wait, didn't I check the agility? Wait, what happened? What? That didn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure my Augureus was faster than Orlando, right? Am I missing something? Didn't you guys see the agility? Okay. Oh no, I switched. Ah, what a dumbass. I messed up. I don't understand her AI. Why is she casting Shell on herself? I messed up on that one because Orlando wasn't supposed to go first. This is not going to end well. Oh no, full life didn't work. That was a fail. Yeah, I did. And on top of it, I slapped the Orlando Mantu on him, make him faster. Yeah, that just went crumbling down, folks. I didn't double check my efforts. Well, there goes my streak. I'm not worried about it or anything, but... Oh, don't you guys love that 200 damage of Meteor? Oh, man. Oh, that 100 from Jamming Thrust. Looking good, guys. Alright, come on. Let's get back into the fight, Agrius. Oh, I hit like a wet noodle with that 664 holy. This is going to go down to ending the action, I think. Yeah, my defense got broken down. There's not much I could do in this fight to save to salvage it. Salvage it. That wasn't a good. That shouldn't have been a loss, to be honest. That shouldn't have been a loss because if Orlando would have stayed in the background like he should have, then he wouldn't have got gangbanged in the beginning. That was. That doesn't feel good. Alright, last fight. We're still going to stick with the theme. Let's look for some magic defense. Although all these Orlandos are very tempting. I love killing Orlandos. And that's not a magic team. That is a magic team. Let's try this team. I might get beat up. So they have Kidufei. Who am I going to target with Kidufei? No other than... Din, 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 din. Yep, you betcha. You betcha Heine. This is definitely the best thing for her. Let's see some Yurma in action. YOLO. I should have just YOLO'd. You're right. Let's do that, guys. Let's turn off the barrier. You make a good point, because she was really lagging behind. Okay. So that is all off. So I'm going to target Warrior of Light and Kidufei with her. She's going to be my main primary damage dealer. So 69 agility, so she's going to be pretty slow. 78, so she's going to be moving forward. She's going to go into your cast regen, and then she's going to subsequently follow forth, right? Because she's going to be pretty slow too, 56. And then obviously Yurma is pretty slow at 69. So therefore, they're going to move in tandem. She's going to go in the middle, she's going to go forward. And then she's going to cast her thing to go forward a little bit, and then she's going to catch up, and then she's going to go forward, and then she's going to follow suit. That sounds good, guys? Yeah, I did. I set it up, so yeah. We should be good. All right, let's do it. Let's attack this guy. Because I'm really wanting to kill her so bad. I want to kill Kidufei so bad. I can't give her bells because she only has 30 faith. I will have to boost it to... 50. So there it is, regen. Let's see the next. So Yurma is gonna use her belt, right? She's gonna boost her belt, or she's gonna cast her TP skill. So that's her TP skill. So she's moving forward now. But that's fine. She's going in the same direction against Kidufei. And so I got Spirit up against Ayaka. Kidufei is going to do not that much damage to Yurma, I believe. Can we kill them? Oh my god. Guys, I'm a dumbass. I forgot I was using her for raid. She's a thief. She's gonna do no damage. Ah man, this is an epic fail at the end again, guys. Just when I thought I was gonna take this win by storm. Oh well. And there you go, Grace is finally moving. I screwed up, guys. Hey, you told me to YOLO, so I'm YOLOing. That was a horrible YOLO because you can't kill people with Thief. And Full Life failed again. Judgment Blade though, that was hurtful. Alright. I think it's over for me. Disabled, okay, that's something. She's gonna cast Holy and kill, isn't she? No, Meteor. It's okay, guys. That was a horrible YOLO. I love these horrible YOLOs though. See what happens when I don't take my time? By the way, I did this on purpose. It was a demonstration of YOLO without thinking. But Grace can handle these guys apparently. Never mind, she got hurt pretty good. You can see though, Grace is a pretty solid tank though. Against magic, she's insanely good. It's almost good until you're used to vision. It's like, she's like running into combat with a giant ass. Like, just kidding, just steal vision you. Oh, good lord. That was interesting though. You gotta admit though, that was pretty interesting. Let me set my defense. Not that it makes any difference or anything. I'm gonna set my defense and then actually I don't. Yeah, I do. Set my defense and then we'll go to Guild Wars and then maybe we'll do some farming. See if you guys want to hang out a little bit more. I'm really enjoying this card. Like, I'm really trying to get this card built, guys. This card, look at that. Slash attack resistance 12 for the team. Slash up for the team. And then a little bit of agi down. Which kind of makes sense for my team because Agrius is a little bit faster. So I don't want her to be just like zooming all over the place. So I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to put... I'm gonna put that on him. And then I want her to have Odin. Maybe it should be the other way around. Right? Odin on him. Because I want them to be fairly fast. For her, I want slash resist. So people can bring their magic user against them. But then they're going to be in a surprise because Orlando destroys magic users. I need to have accuracy on him, unfortunately. We shall have that. And of course, Orlando is going to be very strong. So what we're going to do is, because Orlando is very strong, low agi team, I should do that. Just get lapped over and over. That has happened, by the way. I got lapped pretty much repeatedly. Put him on samurai. So on defense, the way it goes is he jumps in the middle, boom, illusions them. And then she casts regen. So it doesn't really matter how I set this up either way. Okay, yeah, it doesn't. So I like this combination for defense. I like this weapon for confusion. And then give him that armor. And then just give him that for now. And I think that should be enough. She could use a better armor than that one though. So I think I'll give her that when I'm done with that. I mean, I really don't. But the extra attack power really serves its purpose for Orlando though, I feel like. Like, what do you think? What other card would you think I should put on him? Oh, by the way, grass to me, I finally got Echoing Screams. I got it out of those, you know, those rare tickets. I did a summons this morning, like early in the morning. I just felt like, I guess I felt lucky at that moment. So I hit 10 and boom, I got it. Echoing Screams. Finally got this card. A bit 6 months behind, to be honest, but actually you're right. This is probably a much better card for my team, right? If you think about it. It's on defense though. Do I really need it? No, I don't. I mean, obviously Warrior of Light has the hate ability, but it's on defense, so I think it's okay because then the enemy has to target him, right? It's fine for now because defense doesn't really matter that much in this game, unfortunately, because you don't really have control. But if you can think of a better card though, I would definitely go for it. Wish they feature echoing screams on shop. I know, right? I was saying that earlier, like they don't feature those type of cards because they want you to spend money to summon them, right? Okay, here we go. Meliodas. Should we attack Meliodas? I didn't get any instructions in the guild chat. I was in Discord and they gave me no instructions. I asked, no one answered. So looks like it's pretty much anybody I think that I can beat. And you can actually scope these defenses out. And I think I might have to do that. These are all really tough guys. Generally speaking, I look at the total attack and then total magic. And kind of give her a guess to see if I can take them down. Like if you see a 2,000, 1,000, that's a hard team to kill. Like this team is gross. Look at this magic. 2,400, 2,500 on magic, man. So yeah, we have to look at the battle records. And let's look at Meliodas, see what he's running. Meliodas. So it looks like he's running a Kitufe. Ew. Yeah, that won't work. Maybe I should attack Victora, yeah. Do you remember? Let's see if we go back and remember the name. Maybe this is the team I can go after. The name is Fierce. Let's look up Fierce. Where are you, Fierce? Hey, Fierce is not there. Did he change his name? Oh no, he's right here. Oh, but they have a Eileen though. That might be hard to kill. Like, I don't think I can kill all three of them. She's not tanky though, you know? This is why people can take a long time to actually do this. They probably have really nice gear too. I'm gonna do it. Let's do this. I'll probably lose, but I think my goal is to try to get two stars. That's my goal. And honestly, I'm not really liking this team. I much prefer to get rid of Warrior Light and put in a heavy hitting unit. I'm really leaning towards Venera. And I thought about using the selector ticket to get Venera instead of Kitufe, because I really enjoy Venera. I think she's outrageous. So it looks like the enemy formation is all over the place. And so far I'm moving sort of in tandem. The fact that Victor is jumping forward is not a good sign. I don't think that's a good idea. Because she'll generally speaking die in one or two hits. And because, well, Ramza sucks balls in terms of heals. See, there it is. And they have no razzes, so right there I got 1 star. And Ramza is taking a hit pretty hard. Now they're going to have to go after Warrior of Light. So that leaves me open up to kill. And there it is. Star number 2. So now Warrior Light is in the mix. And if I get it... Okay, there you go. 3-star wins, folks. Honestly, I don't believe that was a great defense, to be honest. Because obviously you guys saw, right, in action that they were like jumbling all over the place, and you never really want your DPSers to kind of lead the pack. And unfortunately, I was doing the same thing, but generally speaking, my Agrias leads the pack, which is ideally, I don't mind it because Warrior of Light usually catches up and then draws the hate. Thank you, Tao. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is why we're guildies, man. Guildies help each other. So I did my job, got 3. Now the goal is to try to steal 1 stars or maybe 2 stars out of these other guys. I hate fighting Venera. Like, I always get killed. No matter how much accuracy I stack, I get slaughtered by her. So I'm looking at this, 1611. So Executor could be a thing. I'm gonna look her up soon here. Viva might be a potential candidate. So let's look up Viva and Executor and then pick one of those. Viva and Executor. Viva Las Vegas. Executor is running this combination, which can be obnoxious. And no, I'm definitely not fighting Viva because they have that. But that's not their actual defense, because if you remember, their defense is a magic user. So they're probably using Keto Fae for defense. So I think their Executor might have a different defense too, because the numbers don't match. Stinky person, how you doing, Stinky? Welcome, man. You're welcome, Kachu. Actually, my guildies keep telling me to do that, and most of the time I'm pretty lazy. And since I'm on stream, I want to make sure I do them proud by doing my duty, right? So I think I'm going to attack Executor, because I will gladly attack these units than to get 1v3. By the way, I got 1v3'd all, like, literally 4 or 5 times already by this unit. You know, that one unit that I didn't summon for when she was first out? So yeah, I should have got Venera, man. In hindsight, definitely should have gone for Venera. 100% should have gone for Venera. Wait, was it Executor that I was attacking or Viva? Oh my god, I forgot. Man, I'm sidetracked. I'm pretty old, so you're gonna have to excuse me. You know, you don't see too many old dudes streaming, right? I want to say Executor. Yeah, okay. So, Mr. Executor, I hope you enjoy your wins against me. You notice the numbers are different, so clearly this is not the same defense. But they're 89, so maybe we can get lucky. Maybe we can get lucky. Like, the battle records only show some things. Like, it doesn't give you all the information. But my team is still good because they haven't really used any specials. And Agrias' super is so good, and she can use it. So if I can get that off, potentially that can swing the battle in my direction. Oh, it looks like they are using the same team. I swear the numbers were different. I don't care about Spirit Up because I'm a slashing team. And by the way, after this, I can show you guys my gears and stuff. So I think this one, I'm a little bit all over the place myself. But now they're catching up, and they're really building up their meters here, though. This might be a little scary. If I could get her super off, though, I think... Okay, that was a good... I think that might be the move right there. Because he went backwards instead of forward. Never mind. She just went in there and did a Judgment Blade. That's no good, man. That didn't do anything. I think I lost. That was a big mistake. Did I already use up my super? That's the super I was talking about. Ugh, I lost. Oh my goodness. I got chain confused. Oh man, you guys are witnessing some cool stuff on footage here. This is hilarious. But she did waste her super heal, which is what I wanted because why are they putting on comment? That's a bad idea. Like I learned that myself. Comment is not very good. Meteor is better. That's fine though. I got her to use. I got Ayaka to waste her super move, so my teammates can go in and clean it up. Double pally bruiser plus Ayaka. Oh my god, disgusting. Yeah, like honestly though, I shouldn't have lost that fight because I'm not sure exactly why my Agrius didn't pull off the super. Because if she did the super, I had a chance to really piss off their Ayaka, and then she could have potentially went backwards and did a Hallowed Bolt and silenced both of their units, and then that could have swung in my favor. Yeah, see the thing is I have the bells, right? And then I pass on Venera. In hindsight, everything's much clearer. So, you know, that's how life works. But I think I did enough disruption on Executor that someone can go in and finish it off. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all the PvP action for the day. Let's take a look at my equipment. Wait, I promise you I was supposed to show you my formation. So I'm using this for obviously accuracy reasons. In case I run into some magic dealers, I use the Spirit. Slashing for him, defense for her. I'm actually using this for additional agility, and it also adds slash for the team. I'm actually thinking about maybe replacing this with this on defense, right? But this is not finished, so I think as soon as this is maxed, this will go on defense purposes. For defense, I'm using it anyways, but I really wanted to really max this because I think that's really good for this team, because most people usually use slash attackers for safety reasons, I guess. People really love to use Orlando's. And unfortunately, I have this set up for defense and missile. So even if they use, say, Lucia on offense, I still have a chance to defend against them. And of course, I pretty much just use it for disruption purposes. And, you know, obviously as a supporting unit. So I think this team is so far my best choice for defense. But if I can get a Venera, I would definitely replace Orlando, most likely, maybe. Or I actually replace a Warrior of Light, actually. Let me take that back. I think I will put Venera in place of Warrior of Light, have her as the main tank, and then have the two damagers on defense. Because I feel like now on defense, your goal is to try to take out as many units as possible, and not just about trying to chip at them, because there's no reason to chip at enemy units, right? You want to just kill them as fast as possible. I think ideally, if you want to succeed as an attacker and or defender, you want to take out one enemy with you. So you always want to 1v1 your opponent, because they don't have an ability to use their second attack. So I think that would be the best. So I got a lot of work to do, obviously. My guildies are all very good. And they all have really crazy units, crazy gear and things like that. It's hard to compete against that, but I'm glad they're on my side, right? But there are a lot of people out there that are good. You know, there are a lot of great players. People who are really good in min-maxing, people really good at theory crafting, and the fact that when you're in a guild and people are willing to discuss, I think that's important. That's important. Yes, you're right. And that's the other thing. I'm slowly working on the gunners. So obviously I have my Lucia incoming. She's incoming here. just waiting for a couple opportunities to pick up a couple of packs of 40 shards. Not in the rush. The other option is this. The other option is actually get my Gilgamesh. Right, get Gilga. So I have one book saved up that have the 40 shards. So right now I'm trying to get the 20 extra shards somewhere. And because we get the 5 shards every week, that would actually give me only like maybe 2 weeks to get this done. So he is in potential to jump in there in terms of mixing things up. And I did get Frederica a long time ago, but she's a long ways off, so I don't think I can use her. Even though honestly I would like Frederica as the gunner because she's more of a disruptor. She's more of a what's the word here? A supporting unit than an actual attacking unit. Because Lucia pretty much straight up is just a in-your-face, kick-your-ass type of unit, whereas Frederica is more like a supporting unit. And of course, I really want Ayaka. I think Ayaka on defense will really help me out. Because I'm clearly lacking a unit in that sense. So, just working on her now. I'm buying all the shards. Speaking of which, let's check the shop to see if we have a shard. Is it 10 o'clock? No, it's not 10 o'clock. It's just rain. I was tempted to pick this up, but I don't think I need it. Because Tetra Steel Fit isn't really necessary for me on defense or offense right now. Even though I could just actually even use that on my Yerma, so. I don't have Ray triggered, so I'm gonna trigger it real quick. So you guys have to be patient with me here. These are the units that I'm working on. I'm trying to finish Grace. And she's getting really close to 99. But you guys already saw at 89, she's doing okay. So right now I'm building Resonance. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just gonna trigger the raid and then I'm gonna go and do some farming for some spears if you guys are up for it. Maybe farm some books too, because I really need a lot of books to get my platinum rod finished. But the thing is though, it's like I'm not really having a great time with this raid. It seems to be pretty difficult for me this time. I think it's just the design of it. To have Behemoth on the bottom of the steps, have the 4 wolves on the top of the steps. And the AI design is that your units go and kill the wolves on auto. So that takes 4 turns, unless you have AoE abilities. But even then, that's a crucial 4 turns because then your unit attacks the Behemoth, but they're most likely need more AP. So they're AP hungry, right? So they're gonna buff themselves. So that's another 4 turns gone. So pretty much you only have 12 turns to kill the Behemoth. And right now I'm on level 36 and I cannot beat on auto level 36 like with 1 orb. So I'm not exactly sure if this is the same across the board with you guys, but that's definitely the case for me. And I think I was in the 50s-ish. See, right now I'm on 37. I think I was in the 50-ish before I started using an additional orb. So maybe I was in the 40s. I don't remember exactly. But nevertheless, it's a pain in my ass. But you know, it's nothing really I need, right? I don't need this weapon. Like I don't care about this weapon. I never got Laswell, and I don't think I'm gonna regret it. You think the boss is easier? But I don't have a piercing unit either. It's probably why. Like I simply just won't do enough damage to him. And I don't have Rob. I think Rob would have been nice. Okay, do you guys want to farm or you rather me do raid or something? Like what do you guys want to do? I mean, we got a lot of folks in here in the room right now. I'm sure you guys are all farming on your own. Today is Friday, so that means lightning and light. and I don't need those, so I have enough for spears already, but I think I need. The problem with, I said it before, the problem with crafting is you need the recipes. It's only easy is you have. Yeah, I think you're right, David. By the way, David Thomas, welcome to the stream. I don't believe we have met, so welcome. So I have more than enough recipes, right? The problem is I don't have a lot of these. Actually, I probably have enough. 246. Need 63. 63 times 5. Nope, I need like 300. So yeah, I think people were right about Glaciala, and someone actually asked me to just get Glaciala just to show off, but I'm unfortunately not willing out right now, and I should, because you know people come here to look at people wailing out, really. So I think I'm gonna do maybe like 20 of these, and then I'll do like maybe 20 of the books, and then we can call it a night, right? You know I'm not a whale if my royalty level is not level 8. I haven't spent money in like a long time. Probably I would say in a month I haven't spent at all. Like I haven't even bought the $7.99 pack this month. I've been very lazy, actually. Lazy. But sometimes you should be lazy, man. Sometimes you should be rewarding yourself. Are any of y'all interested in farming? There's the password. I'll give you guys a few minutes. If nobody wants to, then I'll go and do something else. Usually like when we get to this part of the stream, like the farming portion, that's a good time for people to have conversations. And that's one thing I'm learning about this game is I love streaming because that gives me the ability to engage with the audience, right? But the problem is there isn't a whole lot you can do in this game in terms of on stream. You can sit here and literally watch me craft for 2 hours if that's what pleases you. You can sit here and watch me sit there and theory craft live if that's something people want to see. But there isn't really content in this game that warrants you doing something. And I think that was the reason why I actually wanted to play Genshin Impact, because of the fact that basically I'm just running around doing things and people are watching me do things. I have enough to do, almost enough to do one spear because of those ice things. What are these things called? I have 256 of these ice crysts. So that means each one costs 5. So you will need 63 times 5. So you need 315. So if you already created 2, that means you farm 600 of these ice? Wow, that's a lot of farming, man. But I guess you get ice from before. See, I never farmed for the sphere the first time, which is what it was. I never actually farmed it, so unfortunately. All right, Thomas. So we can just do it. Does anybody else want to join in? I'll give you guys a couple of minutes. I'm in not a rush. So your unit looking pretty solid, man. Your account's looking better than mine, to be honest. So you're going with assault. What's your second spear going to be? Are you going to go with crit, or are you going with 2 assaults? Yeah, that's going to be the hard one. I think the crystals are going to be the hard ones. They don't drop as readily, but you can occasionally buy them in the shops, and then you can get them from the. Wait, what are you saying? You don't want assault, or you're going critical? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with assault for the first one, and then if it comes around again, I'll get another one maybe for critical. I definitely feel like I'm behind in the curve, right? Because this is the first rerun, so that means people out there already have 2 spears. But I don't have spear units. Oh, this is sexy. Look at this. Mr. David, you have a sexy unit there, I must say. Keep in mind, they are not going to come back so far. They didn't on GPS. They're not going to come back? Well, see, the thing is, I think Global will come back because they're going to not have the same banners as we do, as JP. So they don't have very many options there. This should be pretty fast. Oh, you're going, oh, why not? Okay, that's fine. I'm surprised that you didn't go with the Glaciala. Oh, I see. Well, I really firmly believe that the Global is straying away from JP. Because JP they never got the House of, I can't ever pronounce Ramza's last name. Beov? So they never got that card. They never got the Scion card as a rerun. We did. Right? So if that puts in perspective, that means the companies are clearly wanting to make, perhaps, right? I'm going to go out and say this. Perhaps they want to make Global a little bit easier time for us. And that's always been a thing, right? I don't think I'm complaining most of the time about the grinding, because many of you guys know I love grinding. But I think a lot of players out there don't quite enjoy this game in terms of grind. So I think the fact that they want to make Global a little bit... I'm sorry guys, I apologize. This will not happen again. I didn't put the speed on, I apologize. But I don't want to say that they want to make Global easier per se, but I think they want to change some things around to suit the needs of perhaps the global audience. And I think that's a smart move on their part, because if they made this game as duplicate copy of the JP version, don't think many people are going to keep playing as long as they have been playing so far. And I think we already saw a shift in terms of people leaving, but hopefully there's some sort of draws in the future that can bring another humongous wave of players. Nah, I wouldn't want them to fuse servers. That wouldn't be a good idea. And I think for me, I definitely want to do more engagement with beginning players, because I think a lot of the players now are already drawn to the other YouTubers in terms of they're all at end game, right? You know, because Cabbage is at end game, Diggs pretty much is truly end game. Meridia, is that how you say his name? He's pretty much, I don't know if he's really end game, but I think he's definitely working on more vision cards too. Everyone's working more on vision cards, and like I said months ago, that's what I truly consider to be end game for this game. And while having units and featuring them, it's fun, but seeing bigger numbers, I think, is more interesting. Yeah, I agree with you, David. I 100% on board with that, because I don't think Genshin is one of those games that is going to attract people to play for a long time. The gacha system is terrible. It's not exactly free-to-play friendly in the sense of, why would you want to hit somebody for 10 damage when you can hit somebody for 100 damage? And even though it's a different kind of a different animal altogether, it's a different beast compared to War of the Visions, I think that game is not as good as Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. Okay, that's my opinion. But we do have a lot of folks who love anime style graphics, and that game was pretty polished. But I cannot envision myself playing that game every single day, logging in and playing that game every single day. I will literally start pulling out my hair because those are not the type of games that you would enjoy playing every day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all about open world games, but I have to play open world games in short dosage. Because farming an open world game is not very interesting to me. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm really sorry about that. I didn't mean to not fix my room. Next stream, I'll promise you, it's all gonna be much easier. Welcome, KYC 592. Yes, David. I was thinking, please switch it. I don't know. I don't know how my friend grind 2 accounts already. Really? In GI, they're grinding 2 accounts? That's insane. That's craziness. Yeah, you're right, Tao. I think you're right about that. The JP player base, there's a lot of hardcore players. That's why I actually asked Cabbage what's his normal ranking, because we all know he's a whale, right? So he says he ranks in the 20,000 range. But then again, he doesn't really like to climb. So my guess, if he wanted to, he may hit like 1,000. I'm not sure if he will hit like the hyper echelon of their arena, because I think a lot of folks go pretty hardcore in terms of climbing arena. You definitely have to spend gems, though. I think you definitely have to spend gems in terms of trying to climb on arena. So it's not something I'm wanting to do. You're essentially trading in gems to get gems. But I'm guessing they're not really after the gems. They're probably after the hammers, maybe? Like that, to me, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe prestige. Oh damn, I missed that damage. How much was that? Was that a regular poke? Uh, 1976. Oh, I'm surprised I could hit that guy that hard on an earth unit. Yeah, I would say the hammer is probably what they were going after. But even then though, is that worth the gems? I guess when you're min-maxing in that sense and you're trying to get every bit squeezed out of your equipment, then to them that's something worthy of doing. But it's whale on whale action up there, you know? And for me, I have never played a game in my life where I had the urge to climb all the way in the top of something. I just personally don't really enjoy PvP. Like, as you saw, we spent like what, an hour-ish just to do some arena matches and two guild battles? Like, it was interesting, right? And I think I have a lot more fun because there's an audience watching me do it, and then of course there's players that are better than me giving me suggestions. But if I was just sitting here every single day doing this for hours on end, I don't really treat it as fun. Yeah, you're probably right. It's more like Kraken or Poseidon on Poseidon action. It's like the Poseidons, or actually the Poseidon and the Krakens and the Leviathans. You can see the size of the Leviathan compared to the whales. And then you can see the tiny speck somewhere along the line down here. It's a little tiny little speck, and that's probably me. I can actually probably climb to 2,000 if I actually spend some energy and time in arena orbs to do it. But I'll be honest with you, man, nah, man, it's not worth it to me, dude. I look at a time, right? If I can make, I'm not gonna reveal how much I make because I don't make that much, first off. But let's just say, argument's sake, let's say I make $20 an hour. Okay, and how much viewers can I get for $20, right? I think you can buy hammers too. So then you have to think, is it truly worth the grind, or is it better off just to spend the money? So obviously, I don't think people grind arena for the sake of earning just those currency. I think they do it because they actually enjoy it, or that they actually want to be on top because that's something they can claim that they're doing, right? If they're dumping thousands in this game, which typical person probably don't have the luxury to do that, they have to do it for a reason other than just trying to get the currency. And for me, I'd rather just buy the damn thing than to actually spend the time. Because listen, if I spend 5 hours doing it, I can just work 5 hours, make $100, spend $20 of that $100, and then just buy the pack that has everything that I would have earned had I spent that 5 hours grinding. Since for me personally, I don't enjoy that 5 hours of PvPing. But if I enjoy PvP, then that time I'm spending, I'm having way more fun. So the value of that is going to be a lot more than the $20 an hour, right? And I'm guessing that's the drive why people want to do it. I have a good rooster? What does that mean? What do you mean I have a good rooster? Yeah, I can hunt. I can definitely hunt Keto Phase. I love Rain. Rain is so good. Like, Rain is just silly. I think if I have Auguries, Rain, and have them go forward since Yerma is slow, and keep Yerma in the back somehow. Oh, I have a good rooster. Oh, roster. You did say rooster. Kenny Rogers? And by the way, the other day, I had Popeye's chicken, that new chicken sandwich. For those of you that live in the United States. Holy shit, man. I think that's a life-changing sandwich. My fiance got the spicy one. I got the regular one because I can't handle spicy anymore. I used to get Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich. Like literally like once a week. Easy. Easy once a week chicken sandwich. I can't eat that chicken sandwich anymore because the spice makes me, you know, have a hard time in the bathroom, so to speak. But they call it Ring of Fire, if you will. But, oh man, that chicken sandwich from Popeyes, it is so good. It's so juicy. The flavor is so good. Like there's a good combination. There's a great combination of the saltiness and the tanginess of the mayonnaise. By the way, they put a lot of mayonnaise. That's probably why. And then the buttery bun and a little bit of pickle, so a little bit of acid to kind of help break that down a little bit. Woo! I think I can go out and venture to say that is better than Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich, man. It is. Keto Fae is definitely designed to destroy lightning attackers, physical attackers. Like she eats them up. But yeah, I think that's fair. She kills Venera, right? She's really good against Venera too. She's really, really good against physical attackers. So actually, what is the counter to her? I think the counter to her will probably be Lucia. Not even that, right? Because that earth thing that she does, that's a guaranteed hit. It hits so far, like such a big AoE area. Maybe that would be a good topic discussion. Who to use to hunt for Keto Fae? Do you think Rain can take her down easy? Glaciala is really OP, man. She's really good. But I don't think this is good measurement since we're fighting on a normal EX. We're not fighting on a brutal difficulty. Because the defense on these units, they're not very strong. Black mages? Fair. But black mages are squishy though. So I'm looking for these crysts. So the more crystals, the more I have, the better. I mean, recipes is nice too, but I won't be able to build two because I can only get 300 crystals to build one. But next week, I work on Sunday again, so I plan on buckling down in terms of getting all my gear crafted. And knowing that, I bet you $100 that quality of life changes come right after I craft all my gear. Whew. So you're 100 and 130 away. Wait, why do you need? Oh, I see. Wait. Oh, yeah, okay. You already have some crafted for your second spear. Second spear. So you're gonna go for what? You have Glaciala, right? You already have Glaciala, so you're going for what? Cane? That's the unit I'm going for. That's gonna, for me, personally, that's gonna be my main spear user. I don't really enjoy raids, so I always feel like getting units to be built for anticipation of raids. That's for whaling, man. That's for people out there who want to participate in every event in the game. You know? Like, honestly, I would have totally skipped this raid. Like, I would totally skip this raid completely. But the temptation of playing it a little bit to get some of those rainbows and maybe getting some of those, what do you call those things? Some more materials for my other stuff. Oh, Victora, that's right. So does that mean Kane's gonna have his own weapon? Is Kane gonna have his own weapon? That's what I'm thinking. Like, Kane needs his own spear. I think maybe 2 years down the road, we're gonna have all types of weapons. Like, weapons that do, like, you know, man killer and dragon killer and all killers +5, something like that. I do enjoy Aldira's look, though. I have to give credit where credit is due. So Kane is getting a spear from the event of that collaboration, so hopefully it's not one of those obnoxious events. But because of the UR situation, it makes sense to make it challenging. I think you need 315 to be exact for crystals. Because it's 63 times 5. I'm a little ways short. But I need to concentrate on getting the spear for my other account because I'm going to be building a lot of spear users. Yeah, that makes sense. I have Victora, so this is why I'm building this spear, by the way, to give to Victora. I think Victora is going to be my other spear user, and then, of course, if Glaciala falls in my lab later on, slowly build her. I think the looks of Glaciala is okay, but man, Kane just makes them impale in terms of design. I'm not much of a collector in terms of waifus or anything specific. I just like cool looking units. And you guys all have seen, I think I like mostly male units so far. The female units so far had a lot of them, it's just the same design, right? Same ones used over and over. I wanted to highlight a video of the difference between Aldira and versus Mediana in terms of having the ability to turn off the special effects during multiplayer and then see exactly how much time you actually save. But that will not be for a long time. I think honestly, I want Kane also for his looks. You know, like I like Warrior Blight. I like the way how he can teleport across the screen, do damage, have the ability to tank, and he tanks very well. So all the challenges that I've done using Warrior Blight, I have not had any issues with. And I love Rain too, so that's my magic tank, and then Warrior Blight's my more or less physical tank. And then I think Kane is just such a cool looking unit. And he's a poker, so he pokes things with his spear. Yeah, I think Victoria, it's hit or miss. I don't really have too many issues killing her. But if she gets the jump on you, she can kill your team. I mean, it's piercing, right? Because most people are not prepared against pierce. So I think for me, building Victoria, it's kind of nice because now it gives me a whole new dynamic in terms of attacking enemy defenses, right? Because the beauty of this game is you have slash resist, you have magic resist, you have pierce resist, you have striking resist, but you cannot defend against all of them. And that's what makes it interesting when it comes to making a team to go on a farming session in terms of arena, because you can specifically target teams that don't have defenses against what you're going with. Got you, man. That is like literally like the code of the night. Dude, you just made my night, man. That was hilarious. Well, first of all, I don't want to assume, but I'm assuming I don't want to assume, so I'm not gonna assume. But I like to say dude out of natural because it's very rare that we have females playing this game. But we do have one female in our guild, and she's really, really good actually. She's probably one of our better players, to be honest. I like that. I would love to have Victoria build and then hunt for gunners. That would make great content, by the way. That is funny. Her glasses ain't helping her accuracy. Yep, that's true though. Magic casters in this game have lower accuracy because they tend to do more damage, right? So kind of makes sense. And I like that comment too, David. Kane is basically Batman. You know what would be really cool if Kane actually had the skill where he shoots his spear, right? And the spear stabs someone, and then he can pull them back. Kind of like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. I'm waiting just for a unit that they're going to implement in the future where they can have that. Where basically it's Scorpion, right? You throw a weapon, hits them, and pulls them towards you. And preferably a tank at that, right? Just this dude with hulking shoulders throws that weapon, boom, pulls them towards you. And then every time I do a video, it will get old after a while, but I would love to say, get over here. And then that's the way to tank, right? Because that's what was that? The Death Knight from World of Warcraft. Get over here. Man, I can't wait to have that unit finally. But to be fair though, a lot of units cannot hit Venera. Venera is just a pain. But if you can survive the onslaught after you do the misses against her, she's actually fairly easy to take down. She's very squishy. I'm pretty sure they're gonna give us a UR weapon. She'll get us. We'll get a UR mace, and then since you have an Eldyra, it's gonna be your duty to get that weapon. I know, CISO Dark Knight, please. That's so good in so many ways, right? Because Dark Knight, basically Batman, like that's a play on words, a pun, if you will. And then the Dark Knight / Death Knight from World of Warcraft, where he can do the pulling effect, because all the tanks in this game have the teleport effect, right? Warrior of Light has it. Thancred has it. Hell, what's his name? What's her name? Keto Faye has it, and Gilgamesh has it, where they hit you and then teleport right in front of you. Rydia. I really want that. I really want that unit that can do. What is that move called? The spinning power driver. What was that unit's name? Do you guys remember? I think he was a wrestler or something. He was in Final Fantasy. I think we had this conversation before. Somebody reminded me what his name was. I think it was 3. It was a guy. He could do like he can pick up units and then just slam them on the ground. Sabin, thank you. Woo! I'm gonna give me some Sabin action. Final Fantasy 3 collaboration, man. I guess it will have to be in Japanese. So Final Fantasy 6 collaboration. I would totally get Sabin. If they show him do like a jump in the air and do a spinning pile driver on the ground, I'm all in. I'll be like, Gumi, shut up and take my money. I would throw like $20 bills at the monitor. I would love to get Sabin just for the. Oh damn, 4K, huh? That's nice. So I would love to do that. I would love to get Sabin and be like spinning power driver, and hopefully they make him kind of like beefy, kind of like Zangief from Street Fighter. I'll be I'll be all up on that unit. I like units like that, right? You have to be attracted to units that are kind of like outside of the fantasy box kind of thing. Because right now we have gunners, we have spear users, magicians, knights. I mean, they're all cliche. We need somebody to be like unique, to jump into the arena and just spinning power driver people left and right. Okay, there you go. We'll see what the anniversary brings forth, man. I will be super excited. I'm telling you. For the 1 year mark my words, guys. Here we go. Let's do this. 1 year anniversary. My prediction is Chrono Trigger. There, I said it. 1 year anniversary collaboration, Chrono Trigger, guaranteed. Chalk it up on your little board in your home. Write it down. Nashtater says Chrono Trigger is coming to War of the Visions for the 1 year anniversary. That new Fist unit from JP. David, how is that Glacial Arena? What are you? Glacial kills fire units easy, man. She just like boom boom, dead fire units. Chrono Trigger, it's coming, and that's gonna bring in a lot of new players. I think that will give us the opportunity to make sure that the new wave of beginning players come in and do them justice, right? Like, because I think everyone in this room most likely have been players since the beginning. We're like learning a lot. We have learned a lot, and I think we made a lot of mistakes along the way. And we just want to make sure that the beginning player base in the future don't make a lot of the mistakes that we made. Me knowing Chrono Trigger have different company worked on in Japanese have problem with copyright. Really? Is that a real thing? Because they recently put Chrono Trigger on Spotlight or whatever that thing is, and they're selling the music. So I hope Zazan wins, man. I really hope Zazan wins. I want them to make the beefy version of Zazan. Like we're talking about like whatever that evil king that we have to fight to do with the horns. We're talking about bigger than him. Like we're talking about just muscles out of the wazoo, kind of like hulking body. And instead of having a bear on his head, he's gonna have like bear shoulder pads. So he's gonna be like this, like this Zangief. I want to like just rip your body apart. And then I want him to have no weapons. That's the version I want. I want the UR version of Zazan to have no weapons. That the only weapons he needs are gonna be his massive fists. And it's not gonna be strike damage, by the way. It's gonna be called Maybe it actually will be, because maybe that's when they're gonna start bringing strike damage has to be legit. Like, he punches you so hard that you fly across the screen. Like, that's the kind of shit that I want to see. Like a bear, kind of like Tekken, like the, what's his name, the bear. So you're saying Diggs said that in Japan that they have copyright issues? I find that hard to believe, man. Where is Diggs getting this information anyways? Magnus is cool because he has that side and he has that long hair. That hair looks pretty sweet. I did like him a lot. Yeah, literally like a Barracuda, yeah. Rune Knight Zazan. I hope Zazan has his splashing body attack where he leaps into the air and he uses his body to crush you. And I hope they make an animation of it too. I would again tell Gumi, shut up and take my money. I would throw $20 bills at the screen. I will take Zazan everywhere if he can do body splashes and spinning pile drivers. And please, make him tankier, man. I want him to be a bruiser type, not this squishy thief type. He doesn't even look like a thief type in this. Yeah, they do have that issue because collaboration is such a big deal in Japan. But I don't think Square will. I mean, Square owns it, so even though they loan out the rights, it's not like they don't have the rights to to make their own, right? They could easily implement Chrono Trigger into this game, and it's a pretty fitting thing too, because you know Chrono Trigger units, they just look so good. I think the only thing I could see is maybe because of their art design, it doesn't really fit. So it's a possibility we may never see Chrono Trigger. I will settle for Final Fantasy VIII. No. I will settle for Final Fantasy IX. I mean, who wouldn't want a Vivi, right? I would love to have a Vivi with those big yellow eyes and that black mage hat and that short little body, and he or she, whatever, holds that little staff like this. Dude, come on. You have to spend money on that. And there were a lot of cool characters from Final Fantasy IX too. I want Zazan to be literally all classes. Maybe he's the master class. They should just call it master class, where he has the ability from every job. He can hide like a ninja. He can throw shurikens. He could do jumps in the airs. He could do spear throws. He could do like debuffs, you know. Yeah, the Freya dude. I will also honestly, like, I think they're saving Final Fantasy VII. I think they're saving Final Fantasy VII for year 2. I think that's where Final Fantasy VII comes in. They're saving the big collaborations for the 1-year anniversary marks, and they're gonna keep drawing us back in with the Final Fantasy Tactics banners, sparse throughout. You know what I mean? Because they know all of us are gonna spend to get Final Fantasy Tactics units. But the big draws are going to be 7, maybe Chrono Trigger, right? And then, of course, you're talking about other big titles like Final Fantasy, I don't know, maybe 12 or 10, because those were pretty popular in the States. I think 10 was very popular. And 12 maybe wasn't as popular per se. It had a decent following, but I don't think it was as big as 7 or 10. I think 10... and even 8, people really like Squall a lot. Like, I know there's a lot of people who are big into Squall, so. They're gonna make a lot of money off of 7. I think 7's gonna be their biggest draw of all time. Yeah, they have to save the big boys to really get us when the time comes. Unless they feel like the game is dying, right? If they feel like the game is slowly waning off, then they might pull out the big guns. But I think they're still going pretty strong. I think their sales are still good. I mean, from the marketing perspective, that makes total sense, Kenjin, you know? And obviously for the sake of me enjoying this title, like I finally found the right title to enjoy on mobile, I think this is the right game for me. Yeah, Final Fantasy 12 for sure, because they're playing on the idea of Ivalice, right? Final Fantasy Tactics. The whole world thing. I love Final Fantasy 12. Dude, I seriously should go back and play Final Fantasy 12. I wonder if I started playing other games on this channel, would you guys be receptive of that? Would you guys enjoy me, like, say, playing Final Fantasy 12 on my channel? Like, do you think people are gonna like that? I'm really looking for a game where I don't give two shits about PvP, man. Like, I really want to play a game that's not, like, PvP based. And console gaming could be something that I want to do. See, there you go, Tao. Everybody has their little thing that they know they can get some money out of you. Everybody has that. If Final Fantasy 12 come, I'll probably try to for some of those cool looking units. I really like the design of Final Fantasy 12 as well. I remember I used to farm these Minotaurs in 12, and I kept killing them because they had a chance to drop some really nice gear for early game. Oh man, I remember killing those stupid ass Minotaurs over and over and over. I love that game because it really reminded me of a MMO feel, right? Because that's when the MMO craze was around, and I really enjoyed playing that game. Terra, yes, I remember Terra. She was a cutie pie. And what was that one guy's name with the ponytail, long blonde hair, and he had the gun, I think? I liked him a lot. I liked his design. I rarely like dudes like that, but he was a pretty cool design. I think everybody want Terra, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I think I would definitely want Tifa. That would be my #1 unit I would want. Tifa. I think everybody likes Tifa. And maybe they'll make striking a real thing. Because come on, man. If they don't make striking a respectable part of physical damage, I would like to... Edgar, that's it. Thank you. Dude, you guys are so good, man. This is why I love streaming. You guys are so good with your name. Either that, you guys are quickly Googling shit in the background. But it doesn't matter, right? Because it's I can't do it, so... I would love to get Tifa. I like Edgar. I think Edgar is kind of like this. He has this kind of royalty kind of look. Locke is cool too. Yeah, my #1 unit I would love to get is Tifa. If I was to want a waifu, that would be my waifu, Tifa. Ares is like, she'll heal everyone and then she sacrifices herself, I bet. The new JP unit is striking, really? But the thing is, strike damage is weak in this game. Yeah, Edgar is a prince, I remember that. He was all up in the face of the main character and everything. But the combat, I think, is what drew me to 12. I love the combat system. You know what? That's it. I think I'm gonna look for a copy of Final Fantasy 12. Maybe on Switch and start playing it. And by the way, I haven't played any Fire Emblem games in a long time. I still haven't opened my copy of the Fire Emblem for the Nintendo Switch. I would love to start playing that game, but I just don't have the time, you know? Because games like that, it takes a long time to get into. Maybe I should check it out. What's his name? What's the new unit's name? I can look on Umbra's, right? Because I don't think Cabbage is featuring that unit, so maybe Umbra talks about it, or what's his name? Machurin, whatever his name is. I have subscribed to his channel as well. I would like to see this one striking unit. Wait, isn't he this like this dude? He looks kind of, he has short hair. I think Machurin, man, I can't pronounce his name. But I think he featured him already. Thanks, by the way, second for that, the Japanese name. That's very helpful. You know what? Let me just type that in because I can totally read Japanese. Actually, I take that back. I would love to read Japanese. Is it Machin? White hair, there you go. Yes, I did see that. Yes, that popped up on my YouTube. I'm gonna go watch that later on then. I would like to see what he does. I like to see his videos because all he does is feature arena fights, right, of the new units. That's such a Will thing to do, man. That's like I think he's a Kraken. Okay, that makes sense. I think Machin or Machin is I think he's a Kraken. When Kane came out, he had Rosa, Kane, and I think he had, was it Cecil? Was that his name? He had all three of them. He had Kane at 99, Rosa at 89. I think he has Cecil at 99. So, dude, like almost max level 3 limit time units. That's a Kraken quality for right there. Marichin. No, we don't say E in Japanese, so I is E, so Marichin. Damn it, man. My fiance speaks low Japanese, so she can probably pronounce his name. Marichin. Yeah, I like him. It's just unfortunate I don't understand what he's saying. So this is gonna be the last farm. I think I'm gonna do some books for 10 minutes ish. And then I'm going to call it. I'm getting hungry. Different sound. Ma'echin. Yeah, I don't think it's an E, right? Because it's not an E sound. So it's ma'echin. So David, like now that you have Glaciala, would you recommend that unit? Since you have it at level 99, I assume you're doing the raid. Like I would be curious if you would recommend that unit. Ma'echin. Okay. Ma'echin. I would love to have just all Steel Heart team though. I think that's what I'm gonna do one day. I'm gonna have 3 units that Steel Hearts, send them into arena, and then just have a good time laughing. Because you figure one of them is bound to get a Steel Heart off. I think the only regrets I have about units that I did not summon is Venera. I don't have any regrets on any other unit that I have not summoned. Like I did want Lucia for a long time. But honestly, like I don't have regrets. I do regret Venera. I wish I had Venera and got her maxed. Okay, that's fair. So she's a really good damager. What about her survivability though? Like how is she able to withstand survive, like, you know, like Can she survive hits? Like in arena, like does she? I mean, clearly you just avoid lightning units, but I'm sure you have encountered Orlando along the way. Is she gonna get one shot? I mean, she looks like she can do a lot of damage. But that's one thing I tend to shy away from is damage units, because they, generally speaking, don't age very well, right? They don't age very well in games. But Malaysian actually showed off our friend Mediana, I think a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I saw some of his arena fights where all he did was took her around and she was one-shotting enemy teams. So maybe we're at the point where the game is still good enough that there is no, like, you know, drop off for the damage units. So all right, let's see how many ice did we farm. Not very much, man. These things don't drop very well. So I'm gonna try to get some books, guys. I know you guys probably want to farm spears, but I already need to farm some books. So if you guys want to, I'm down for that. So again, I'll give you guys a few minutes if you want to join. If not, one other person is good enough for book farming. That's fair. That's fair. That is true. I think, actually, yeah, you're right. She does have an innate 25% resistance to slash. And that was one of the reasons I'm building, what's his name? Lorenzo, because he also has a 25% innate to slash resistance. I know, I need the staff book. I'm sorry, Tao. I need the staff book. I'm very behind in this game. All right, Tao. Enjoy your lunch, man. I just need one other person if they want to farm staff for like 10 minutes. If not, I can just call it, because I'm getting hungry. So I had a big lunch, but I took a nap and I haven't eaten anything since. I think I'm the only one needing to farm staff. No one, I mean, I guess some people are farming katanas, but no one's really farming daggers either. So that's cool. We can call it in. That's no big deal. I think going forward, I do want to stream. Okay, never mind. David wants to tag along for a little bit. We could tag along another 10, 12 minutes. So every Friday, I want to stream like 8:30. Maybe I'll actually bump it to 9, because generally speaking, people show up around 9 actually. So I'll start late. I'll start 9 every Friday. Unless something happens, right? And then maybe I'll try to squeeze in another day for streaming for maybe a different game. I think that would be kind of interesting. If people are interested in me streaming a different game. Because there are a lot of games I want to keep playing, so. Great live, dude. Keep it up. Yeah, thanks, man. I really enjoy the live sessions. Sometimes a little bit more than having to make videos all the time. So maybe I'll do some thinking. Maybe another game I want to feature as like a short stream. I mean, there's plenty of dagger units in the game already, though, you know, to be fair. There's so many thieves in this game. Well, I guess in a way, if you farm books, you can just exchange it for the spear books. 2,300 damage on that poke. And I think that's why I really enjoy spear units, because they have that longer range to hit people. And there's no delay, right? It's an instant stab. So it definitely has a little bit of advantage over magic users. And she has that long range. That we made sure work of that group. In book runs give you a lot of nice items. Like they give you these rocks, they give you the eggs, and they can give you the seals. The seals are very expensive. So we'll do maybe like, since these are fairly quick, we'll do like maybe like 10 runs, give or take, and then we can call it. And then I gotta go do some, I gotta actually finish my dailies. Today I haven't really actually gamed very much. I didn't do any of my dailies for this game. I'll get the dailies done, and then I'll probably try to go to bed early and wake up early tomorrow, because I gotta go grocery shopping, and I gotta try to squeeze some decent videos tomorrow. And I think in the future, I'm probably gonna have to be working on some Saturdays as well, because I get a little bit more money on Saturday nights. And then unfortunately this year I actually have to work Thanksgiving. So obviously no videos on holidays anyways, for the most part, unless I'm home, and then I'll make one. But I have to work Thanksgiving, so maybe I'll make one and then like just upload it and have it set up for a scheduled release for Thanksgiving. But we'll see. Like so far, I don't know if these companies are going to be catering to American holidays. Halloween's a big thing though. I think Halloween's a big thing across the world now. Thanksgiving, not so much. Christmas, definitely a big thing. But we'll see if they actually cater to those things. Because a lot of games from different companies, they cater to like all kinds of holidays. Like the Chinese, what is that? The Mid-Autumn Moon Festival, the festival thing. A lot of games when I used to play, they actually honor it. Like in World of Warcraft, they actually honor it. And so they'll give you like nice items and things like that. But yeah, clearly Square Enix don't care about stuff like that, so. And I don't like to get into the politics of all that shit either, so I'm not gonna worry about that. But so that's kind of like how you can get a feeling for companies, that the games you're playing, right? So I don't think Thanksgiving is gonna be a big deal, to be honest, for this game. So for the most part, I don't think a lot of players give a shit about Thanksgiving either, though. Because there's a lot of players that support my channel, my streams. They don't live in the United States, so. I probably should go look up, see what the next few units are going to be on global, because I want to see if any of those worth trying to get. Is there going to be another Venera type of unit that I'm going to regret if I don't get them right away? That's a good question, David. I don't know. Generally speaking, they don't carry over. I don't think we're going to get any Christmas units. But then again, you never know. It's hard to predict what they're doing for global, to be honest. We'll find out Sunday if they're going to make any announcements for Halloween, right? Howlett. Okay. I need to do a little research, see if Howlett is worth it. Kind of like, that's kind of where I'm at, right? I was up to the point where Glacial was released. That's about as far as I predicted in terms of preparing myself for global. The Lightning Mariana. Okay, there you go. A mage of the lightning type. That's new. Scar. I'll look that up. You know what? Is that unit kind of worth it though? Like, you know, is that one of those must-own units? I think maybe there's only a few must-own units, and I don't know. I have to go look into it. Howlett and Scar. Skahal. I think Ayaka honestly is one of the must-own units because she's really, really good. But Grace is a very good replacement of her. I think Whisper is sort of a unique character. So Howlett is a wind unit. I really enjoy light and dark units. Those are like my favorite two colors of units. So most likely I'll probably contemplate about getting dark and light units in the future. You know, and kind of re-evaluate how good they are and then just kind of go for them. Because I don't really think Rams is really that good. Like he can be good, obviously, with gear and everything like that, but for the most part, his kits aren't impressive enough. Ah, see, that might be interesting. Kind of like a combat mage, right? Luartha. Everybody talks about that, the fire gunner. Yes, you're right. I did watch Cabbage's video where she was doing some nasty damage. So I might actually go for Luartha. I might actually think about that. I did like the damage that she was putting out though, because those are some nasty damage. But to be fair, the teams he was attacking probably didn't have projectile resistances. She has really nasty DPS. I would want her for some DPSing action. Rune Knight Red Mage. Wow, that's interesting. Rune Knight, huh? We'll see. Like, I want to see how Howlett and Scar looks in terms of looks and design. That kind of really usually determines if it's worthy. But gunners, for the most part, they're safe bets, you know. And anytime when you have combos of high damage sub jobs, that's a pretty good combo. I think that's what make Sexy Stern such a pretty impressive unit in terms of damage. But many of you guys know I love tanks and I love tanky units. So bruisers will be the way to go for me. I'm not really a huge fan of squishy units. I have a harder time when it comes to positioning my units to really make them. Like, I'm very lazy when it comes to moving my units around in PvE. I kind of just like casually move units around in terms of not thinking in particular like good strategies in terms of positioning and things like that. So a lot of times I make mistakes because of the squishiness of units. They just die. It takes me a couple of shots to even defeat Titan, believe it or not. I mean, Titan was just obnoxious. He had such high defense. Would I pull Cecil? Hey, Phillips Gaming, how you doing? Would I pull Cecil? I'll have to say no. Because I've seen him in action. Maybe he just doesn't really impress me as much as Kane. And I'm naturally already drawn to Kane because Kane is dark. And I'm definitely not impressed by Rosa. Even though I think Marechin said that Rosa was actually really good. Like, Marechin actually showed how decent Rosa could be. She's more of like, she's not like a damager, right? She's she's kind of like more of like a disruptor, maybe disruptor, or like a disruptor support unit. So, you know, it's kind of like Frevia. I think that's the best way to compare her. Like, some people think she's good, some people think she's terrible. But, you know, you have a use for every unit in the game, really. If you're thinking in terms of PvP, right? You don't really need anybody, to be honest. With all the units that we all have now, they're all going to be good enough that you can take down future units. It's just a matter of we get bored easily, and that's how gacha system gets us, is that we get bored of our units. And so like, we must have the new units. It's like trying on new clothes. And if you enjoy new clothes, new cars, new houses, new loved ones, whatever, so that's why people kind of get bored easily and they move on. But if you put the love in for the units you own now, you can be fine for years. But all honesty though, most of us probably won't settle. They want more and more. I think for me, Kane is good. I would like to try out that Fire Gunner. I have to look into Howlet and Scar, see if they're worthy. Probably not, from the sound of it, not really. But, you know, everyone have their own feel and planning for the game, right? So we'll see how that goes. Hey, listen, that's not me, but a lot of people are like that. This is why a lot of people are not, what's the word? They're not, damn it, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now because my head is like getting headachy, but you know, that's why, you know, some people, they mess around, right? They do. They tend to lose interest or whatever the reason is. Look, I watch a lot of those shows like Forensic Files and stuff like that. There's only two reasons why people kill. People kill for love and they kill for money. That's it. It's only real two reasons people kill. I mean, I'm not talking about going to war kill. I'm talking about, you know, normal folks living in society. That's the reason why they kill. Yeah, maybe Kane will be the next. Luartha and Kane will be my main goals, maybe. I would love to jump on the Luartha bandwagon. I'm really enjoying fire units. I love killing ice units. I don't know why, but I just do. And I love rain, so having a full fire team with Luartha and rain and then another fire unit will be pretty sweet. I kind of regret not getting Delita now because I have Delita on the free-to-play account and he's quite good. He's actually quite impressive. I like him a lot. So if there's another fire unit that tickles my fancy, as you will, I will definitely try to get him. And since Luartha fits that bill, it makes sense. I think, honestly, Phillips, I think I'll have to go and check out Cecil, to be honest. Because wasn't Cecil like the main unit from that game, Final Fantasy IV? I think I have to kind of like look up the stats and look up what he does and draw my own conclusions to see if he's worthy. But honestly, I don't know if I can afford to get all three units from Final Fantasy IV. If I have to pick one, I will have to go with Kane. I have to go with the hierarchy of Kane, and then maybe Cecil / Rosa will be the tier 2. And frankly, I'm not a fan of Rosa. I don't like the way she's designed. I don't really enjoy her. So maybe if I get lucky and get a Cecil along the way, I would build him. Why not, right? It's a limited time, so you might as well. I mean, what are we saving gems for? Gems are meant to be spent. It's not like I'm looking for retirement in this game. It's not the same comparison to real life, right? In real life, I need to save money for retirement, but in this game, I ain't retiring. So if you get gems, you buy gems, you get gold, you get medals, you spend. You have to spend it. There's no hoarding. Hoarding doesn't help you. There you go. Sakura. I think what I'm gonna do is tonight I'm gonna just reload all my energy and farm the book on auto overnight. Oh, I see what you're saying. Cecil is guaranteed for 6K, huh? I don't know. Are you gonna go for Cecil? Like, I guess I can reverse this. I'm gonna ask you, Phillips Gaming. Are you gonna go for Cecil? That'll probably be a better way to do this. Like, you're asking me who I'm going for. I'm clearly going for Kane. Will I pull for Cecil? I don't know, because Cecil sounds like a Ramza. Curry is bad, so Rosa. Okay. It sounds like you want to pull for Cecil, and you want me to... I'm going for just for Cecil. I'm going just... Oh, really? Okay. That is interesting. See, that's what I was thinking. Like, it sounded to me like you were very sure that you're going for your unit, and that you were asking me to see if I would confirm along with you that if Cecil was good or whatever. I don't know, man. Like, to be honest, like, I have to be fair here. I don't know much about these units. So far, I have seen footage of Kane in action, and I have seen Kane's design. I don't really recall Cecil. Like, he didn't make this impression on me for me to say if I wanted him at that time. I think it really depends if he's going to be useful for me or not, right? Like, I mean, what am I using Cecil for? I know I'm going to take Kane everywhere because I love the way he's designed. So I would enjoy looking at him, staring at him all the time. But the Cecil design didn't leave a good, like, I don't want to say it didn't leave a good, but it didn't leave a lasting impression on me. So I'll go back. I'll go back and watch Marishin's videos probably sometime this weekend and kind of check it out. I mean, I work Sunday. That usually gives me time. When I have downtime, I tend to watch some YouTube. So maybe I'll watch his videos and kind of like study them and maybe do some research for future content. All right, last run, David. Last run, okay? For some future purposes. 6K pay gems guaranteed? But that's odd. Why is it 6K though? Like, would it be 5? Am I reading this wrong? Would it be 5K? Hold on. That seems odd to me. Why 6K and not 5K? Isn't that generally we do 5K? I think for 5K, that's a lot though. You know? 5K is a hefty price to pay. That's literally 80 bucks. You literally just gave 80 bucks to the company for it. But honestly, we're gonna spend a lot of time talking about Final Fantasy IV when it comes out. You're right. That makes a good point, David. You're right about that. Can I make you an intro song for your YouTube videos? Of course, Stinky. Of course you could do that. My email is in my channel. Feel free to send stuff to my email. I mean, are are you making songs yourself? Like to what? Like, are you doing it for hobby, or are you doing it like? Because if I put that intro, are you gonna be like, well, if I monetize, you're gonna want some of that money every time? Not that it's a big deal or anything, but because this is gonna be a while before I start monetizing, anyways. Yeah, you can send one. My email's there. That's what it's for. It's for business. Alrighty then, that concludes this stream. So I want to thank everybody for showing up. And of course, those people that were here and have left, I want to thank y'all too. Nashtaters. Nashtaters. Alright, you love potatoes as much as I do. Very good. Yeah, man, feel free to shoot it to me. I'll check it out. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll put up some videos, maybe one or two. It depends on how it goes. I do have to go grocery shopping, so unfortunately half my day will be gone. So I might just end up putting one video towards late afternoon, unless I get up really early tomorrow. So it depends on how tonight goes. But yeah, thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for the continued support. We will see you guys next time. Take care, guys.